Whether it's in business, politics, personal relationships, it is everywhere. If you talk about a great leader, a good example is Nelson Mandela.
Leaders achieve 33% more effective movement. And then if we talk about the leadership skill through mentoring, you can observe 60% upliftment.
And great leaders, on the other hand, if we talk about, are those who possess a unique set of traits that enable them to connect with others on a deeper level. These are like individuals with high emotional intelligence. Welcome everyone to another edition of Tech Samvad. Today we are diving deep into a critical question. Are leaders born or can they be developed? So great leadership is a vital component of success in various aspects of our lives. We all know that. Whether it's in business, politics, personal relationships, it is everywhere. If you talk about a great leader, a good example is Nelson Mandela, who demonstrated like remarkable communication skills and adaptability during his presidency of South Africa. So he brought together a divided nation, promoting unity, forgiveness. So his leadership inspired a nation to move forward, leaving behind the scars of apartheid. If we talk about leadership further, just imagine being in a room where everyone is looking at you, waiting for direction. Your next word could inspire a team to achieve the impossible or completely fall apart. So what separates a true leader from just another manager? So let's close our eyes and imagine this. What if I told you that only 10% of people are natural leaders, but anyone can become an exceptional leader? This is your roadmap to become a leader who doesn't just manage, but fundamentally transforms everything they touch. So join us as we dive into the world of leadership and talk about this.
Hello. So let me kick off this conversation with some interesting facts. So, we should be aware that only 10% of the population, they belong to natural leaders. They are having the natural leadership skills. And the remaining 90% of leadership potential can be cultivated. So this is a fact.
Yeah, and let's break down the science of leadership also. No? Like research shows that leadership is more about learned skills than the innate talent that people may have. So when it comes to leadership roles, right? So many people struggle to make an impact on things, and it's often like because they are misled by misconceptions about what makes a leader effective. So we all know that, right? Some people think that it is about giving orders, being the smartest person in the room, or having all the answers. And some others believe like it is about being charismatic, outgoing, or having a strong personality. But the truth is that none of these traits actually guarantee success as a leader.
Let's talk about the most popular in corporate world, most popular leader nowadays is Mr. Satya Nadella, right? He is leader from Microsoft. He learned and developed his leadership skills through continuous learning, empathy, and personal growth. There are some key statistics for this journey. One is your leadership training increases the productivity. The productivity increased by almost 25%. Then transformational leaders can reduce employee turnover by 14%. And then strategic thinking leaders achieve 33% more effective movement. And then if we talk about the leadership skill through mentoring, you can observe around 60% upliftment in this skill area.
Yeah, that's right, Shahin. So let's talk about how leaders are made, right? So let's explore the critical components of leadership development. So the first one is like self-awareness and emotional intelligence, right? So understanding personal strengths and weakness is very important. Then developing empathy towards everyone is very important. Managing emotions effectively and keeping them in check is, I think, the most important one. So research also shows that 75% of employees leave jobs due to poor leadership. And then the second one, if we talk about, is the continuous learning thing. We have to seek feedback and we have to invest in personal development. Like if you talk about companies, right, like Spotify, they have mastered this approach, like constantly nurturing and bringing the talent ahead. So in reality, like if we talk about effective leaders, they're like often those who can balance like different aspects of their personality, skills and experiences to create an environment where others can thrive, right? And people in leadership roles, like they focus on wrong things, like trying to assert their authority on seeking validations from others, which is totally wrong.
So let's talk about practical leadership development strategies in mentorship program. So basically, Republic Banks and Red Key Development Program pairs emerging leaders with senior mentors. So you get paired with senior mentors and provides exposure to different organizational areas and helps leaders to understand company's culture and expectations. Second program approach is your targeted learning approaches, right? So what being done in this, that in this like some of the famous is Intuit's leadership playbook, CEO-led training, right? So we can talk about UI path, pulse survey to measure behavioral changes also, right? And another aspect is your Deltec multi-tier leadership program, in which there are two famous programs. I mean, in which we one is your Leadership Accelerated Management Program, known as LAMP. Another is LEAP, which is called Leadership Engagement with Awesome People.
And Sharon, let's talk about the financial impact also, right? So the numbers are pretty compelling, right? If we talk about effective leadership strategies, that can save organizations up to 50 million annually, so which is a big number. And companies with top 25% employees engagement, they see 95% better earnings per share. And great leaders, on the other hand, if we talk about, are those who possess a unique set of traits that enable them to connect with others on a deeper level. These are like individuals with high emotional intelligence, and they can understand and empathize with the needs of their team, right? They are exceptional communicators, able to articulate their vision in a way that resonates with the others and within the team. And the most important, Shalin, is like they are adaptable, able to pivot when circumstances change or when they realize that they have made a mistake, which is like the leadership quality that everyone should have.
See, it's not just about money, it is also about creating a culture of continuous improvement and human potential. So that's more important.
No, that is true. And key insights about leadership development, if we talk about that also, diverse experiences, if we look at, they also build your leadership skills. Then we talk about vulnerabilities and admitting mistakes, which is, of course, like continuous learning is ultimate leadership superpower. So you talked about Satya Nadella like briefly. He is like the epitome of like person who actually embraces empathy, encourages learning, and breaks down like internal competitive barriers. Another example is of our previous Starbucks CEO, who's like Howard Schultz. He's a leader, has an expertise on emotional intelligence that way, empathy, adaptability. Like during his tenure, if you see, he made a bold move by introducing health insurance to all employees, including part-time workers.
Yeah. So, see, we need to remember one thing, that leadership is a journey. It's all about your constant self-improvement, your learning from failures, your ability to empower others, and then your knack of staying curious, right? Teachers who inspires their students to reach their full potential, or some parents also who leads by example, teaching their children with the valuable life skills.
Yeah, that is true. So whether you are an engineer, manager, or aspiring leader that way, your potential is unlimited. Understand that. And leadership is a skill you can develop with dedication. Like self-reflection is very important, and you need to have a right approach for things. It is not about being grandiose in their gestures or a superhero-like quality, right? Rather, it's about possessing a unique blend of traits that enable us to connect with others, adapt to changing circumstances, and communicate effectively.
Yeah, so these points were our deep dive. Thanks for watching us, and I would love to hear from you in the form of comments and feedback, and share your thoughts in comment section.
Lastly, it's about being self-aware, empathetic, and humble. Be humble. And it's about inspiring others to become the best version of themselves. So until next time, keep learning, keep innovating, and keep growing. So we'll meet you in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.